The Hearts of Gold program is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network in partnership with Off the Walter Media Productions.
Hi, welcome to Hearts of Gold. Today we have Noelle with us. Hi, Noelle. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Why don't you tell us about your Girl Scout Gold Award project?
My Girl Scout Gold Award project is Cancer Kickin Critters. I started it in 7th grade when my best friend was diagnosed with cancer. I knitted her several toys and stuffed animals and hats on the way to the hospital to visit her. And then after several weeks of this, I realized her bed couldn't fit any more stuffed bunnies. So I started donating the stuffed animals to the other children in the hospital. And soon I had huge plastic bags full of stuffed animals dropped off to the hospital. And we just expanded from there to other hospitals. For my Girl Scout Gold Award project, I was able to expand Cancer Kickin Critters to make kits like these so that the toys can be made by the children themselves in the hospital. And we expanded to have several groups helping knit the toys and donating to dozens more hospitals.
That is amazing. I love how you took something that you had done starting in middle school and were able to find a new way to spin it and expand and create a Gold Award project out of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. During your project, what was your biggest challenge and how did you resolve it?
The emotional aspect. When I would go to CureFest in September, it's a huge event that happens in Washington, D.C., where lots of childhood cancer awareness programs come together and the organizations all meet together and have a walk for childhood cancer awareness. And during that time, we would set up a booth and I would meet with the parents and the children themselves. And the parents would come up to me and they would say, "Thank you so much for everything you're doing." And they would tell me about their child. And we went back to CureFest several years in a row, and it was really emotionally tolling to see the same children year after year. And it was wonderful to see the ones that got better. And it was very sad to see the parents who would come up to us, and we'd met their child last year, but the child was no longer with them. And to meet the siblings and have the siblings tell us about it and how they had sat in the hospital bed with their sibling as the kid made a stuffed animal using one of our kits. And that was the most difficult part for me.
Your project, though, I expect that it just brings a special light into the life of the kids when they see you and they receive the gifts that you have brought. So you also started a nonprofit as part of your Gold Award project, and you actually collect donations from all over the world. Why don't you tell us about your nonprofit and your website and how you go about collecting items?
So ckcritters.org is our website, and on there, right at the top, we have our critter count, which is the number of critters that we have sent to kids. I believe we are at 1,376. So that is the number of critters and kits that have been sent out across the United States and to Canada to children in hospitals. We have partnered with over a dozen hospitals and other organizations, and we collect lots of different critters. We have hundreds of knitters that will send us toys like these. These are from Kelly's Knits, and we have Miss Shirley Wallace who knits all of our octopi. She's done several hundred. It's amazing. And we accept donations of anything from fully completed critters like this to simple knit squares so that the kids can turn the square into a bunny themselves using the kit. And we also accept donations of materials like stuffing and eyes for the critters. We also always need plastic bags to put the kits together and put the stuffing in. And monetary donations are used for shipping to faraway hospitals that I can't deliver the toys themselves.
And I also know on your website, you actually have the patterns. You have, I think, 6 different patterns, including the square. So if people are interested in creating critters for you, but aren't sure where to start, they can go there and actually get the pattern, right?
Yes, they can. And we accept anything from using the patterns if they want something to have a head start, or creating their own thing, making it up as they go along.
What was your biggest takeaway or thing that you learned while doing your Gold Award project?
I was very surprised by the impact it was able to have, because when I first started off in 7th grade, knitting a couple of toys here and there, I had no idea that today I would have sent out over 1,000 toys to children across the world. And I was really impressed by how much my community wanted to help. When we first were expanding Cancer Kickin Critters, I went to several religious groups in my community and said, "Hi, I was wondering if I heard you had a knitting group. Would you be interested in donating some squares or just explaining my organization?" And it was amazing. They all jumped at the chance. And now we have dozens of organizations that help us, both knitting groups, church groups. We have a synagogue that helps. And it's really amazing how many people help us.
I myself do not knit or crochet. However, there are quite a few local libraries that have knitting groups in my area, and I have made sure to share the flyer that's available on your website with them. And I have offered that if they want to go ahead and make a donation, that I would be happy to gather those and ship them to you. So that is something for others to think about as a way that they might be able to support too, because an individual might not want to ship 1 or 2 items, but if you get a group together, then you can ship them all together too.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. I think it's a great cause. What do you know now that you wish you knew before you started your Gold Award project?
I wish I had known how very excited everyone is to help. When I first started out, I was always a little nervous when I would get on the phone with a new hospital that I was trying to donate to, or when I would go to meet with a knitting group. And I was a little nervous about how it would be received, because I didn't know I was a 7th grader who was nervous to talk to big groups of people. But it's just been amazing how receptive everyone is and helpful.
What other Girl Scout experiences would you like to share?
One of my favorite ones, I was able to visit the EPA twice, the Environmental Protection Agency, and actually meet with the head of the EPA as part of a Girl Scout event. We were able to go in and learn about the environment and everything the EPA has done, and meet with the head and everyone and learn more about science and how we can become involved as Girl Scouts. It was very interesting.
Sounds like a great experience.
Also, through my Girl Scout Gold Award, I was able to meet Senators Warner and Kane, and I was able to actually talk to them about their programs that they have initiated, the legislation to increase childhood cancer funding for research.
Now, I know that you're involved in some other activities besides Girl Scouts and your Cancer Kickin Critters. What else are you involved in, and how do you balance all of those things?
I am involved in my crew team at my high school, the rowing team. I'm the team captain, and I am also involved in several choirs at my school, including Rebel Trebles and a cappella group I lead. I also am part of Young Life, a interdenominational faith group that meets at my house once a week. It's super fun. The way I balance it is a lot of time management and trying to fit in homework and schoolwork whenever I can to make sure I have time for all of my activities.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience?
I just want to thank them and encourage them to come help in any way they can. It really opened my eyes through Cancer Kickin Critters that I can find a quirky, fun thing I like to do, like knitting, and really make a difference.
What is your favorite s'mores trick?
Probably choosing a large stick with 3 little skewers so I can make 3 marshmallows at once.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Noelle. There will be links in the show notes for Noelle's website and her social media accounts. Please make sure to subscribe to the Hearts of Gold YouTube and podcast so that you always know when the newest episode has arrived. And make sure to power your passion and conquer your challenges.
The Hearts of Gold program is brought to you by the Grow and Share Network in partnership with Off the Walter Media Productions. If you want to share your story of how you earned your Gold Award, send an email to growandshare@outlook.com. All episodes of the Hearts of Gold program are available to view at youtube.com/Cheryl Robinson. That's youtube.com/SHERYL Cheryl Robinson. Thank you for listening. Take care, and we'll see you next time.